I don't remember going to bed, but I know I did. I came outside in the living room. There's like a bowl of cereal and like a seltzer water I had one sip of. So I was doing the best, doing the most.
So this is a Just Two Boys podcast. It's me and Ian here.
Hey.
And we're talking about Brain by Sleep Cult. The music video that we shot. We went to Salt Lake City to shoot it. So if anyone's in fucking Salt Lake City, we will go there for money to make your video for money.
Or for stuff in your parents' garage.
That too. Go to
things can be turned into money.
Go to justtwoboys.com. There's literally only 2 pages, and the second one is just a list of shit that we'll take. That Ian will take.
That I'll sell on Marketplace in Salt Lake City for you.
But the point is, it is affordable to fucking anybody. Fuck you.
I mean, the whole premise is predicated on that we want to work with bands that are up and coming, and we do realize that money is a problem, especially when you need to make merch. You got to get gas money. You got to get to places. So, I mean, it really comes down to an exploratory period from us and for the bands trying to figure out what the next thing is for music videos. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, we're just tired of seeing bullshit.
Yeah. No more fucking white psych videos. No more empty warehouse videos. We need to bring back the 90s, like Dancing with My Boys. Sure. Like every music video in the 90s had that section where it's just me and my boys dancing. Let's do some more of those. Let's bring that back. But no more fucking white psychs. No more empty warehouses. Just do some more original shit. But yes, we want to work with indie artists. So that's why.
And we're willing to come to you, provided it's cheap.
So we have an interview today with Kyle, who is the ghost boy in the Sleep Cult video. And we're just gonna kind of go through the process of making that and all that.
Yeah, because a lot of people, not a lot, 2 people at least asked to see behind the scenes and how it went about and what we did.
Yeah, so many people.
At least 2.
And my mom.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. 3.
3 whole people.
But we're hoping to do more of these going forwards for each video to try and give you an idea of what it takes to make a video and or how you can get away with locations and or gear and or getting stuff on location and just stuff for cheap.
Yeah, because we're in LA, so we had to fly to Salt Lake City and we didn't want to pay for extra bags, so we had to figure out what we absolutely needed to take and what we could get over there. So
each pair of underpants was 2 days.
Once inside, once you... Yep. Invert it.
We were wearing sweatshirts anyway, so one t-shirt, it goes inside out too in the second day.
Yeah, if you really need a shirt, you go to a Goodwill over there, whatever. Yeah. We were at Walmart every day.
Every single day.
For different reasons, but we were still there every day.
Yeah. Made our own Lunchables in the hotel room.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did do that. I forgot.
The whole point is keep it cheap.
So here's the interview. Okay, bye. Fuck you.
Love you. Bye.
All right, so we're here with Kyle.
Hi.
Who's the ghost boy in the fucking in the music video?
Sleep Cult Brain.
Yeah, the cheapest talent we could find.
Yeah. In Utah.
So basically, just want to go through the story of like how we made the video. So because we went to Salt Lake City not for this video, it was for another band. But we were there. We're not used to snowy scenery. So we were like, this looks different than what we're able to shoot at home. Mm-hmm. So we were just shooting something that could kind of work for any video.
Yeah.
If we back it up a bit, the entire point of going to Utah was we're trying to find locations that you can't get in Los Angeles. Mm. Los Angeles is typically really hard to shoot in, and or it's going to cost money, and or somebody's going to know the rules and call the cops. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to find a way to get to different places and meet other bands and be able to shoot anywhere we want and not have to worry about it. Yeah. And on top of that, get cheap-ass plane tickets.
Oh, yeah, because we were there for a show originally. That was why we were going, was for a show. And then
That's okay. So yeah, so Ian found a shirt at a random like Goodwill or something.
That's right.
Okay, that's really how this started.
That's right.
So Ian found some random shirt of a band, looked up the band. They were a Utah band, and messaged me going like, "Hey, you want to go to Utah for this random show?" And I was like, "Let's make it a tax write-off and film while we're out there." So we reached out to a bunch of like local Salt Lake City bands, but it was weird that a lot of them were like, our bassist isn't available, so no, we don't want to do a video.
And or we don't have any music recorded. We don't want to do a video.
Or we don't have any money to give you for a music video.
Which we were gonna do it for real cheap anyway.
Yeah. Huh?
Yes. But so we made this video just with I remember saying the whole time like I just want energy. Yeah. So that's what the only premise was. What can we buy once we land, and then just something that is full of energy. We had another idea that involved a lot of plexiglass that we might still use for something else.
yeah.
But
so naturally you go to Walmart when you have no plans, and that's where we ended up. And I forgot who found the glasses. I think that was Javi.
We settled on the ghost idea, and we were just gonna cut holes. And I was like, well, let's put sunglasses on it. So we just kind of spread out, and we're like, whoever can find the best sunglasses. And I think, I found the
best.
The serial killer.
I remember being like, these look like something Jeffrey Dahmer would wear. And he goes, perfect.
But definitely the premise being and keeping it cheap was, where do you land and what do they all have? They all maybe have a Home Depot. They all maybe have a Walmart. So we can figure out an idea here that has those things at those locations. We can also get them in Utah.
Yeah. So filmed a music video, if you don't count travel expenses, for like $30, $40. That's not bad.
Literally whatever the cost was of a bed sheet.
and the glasses. Yeah.
Not even the scissors. We cut the holes.
Oh, that's right.
At outside of a restaurant from scissors that we borrowed
from the restaurant. Yeah. They were very concerned at first.
Yeah, and I cut one of the holes way too big too. I remember that.
Yep.
It was literally the first cut, and I was like, I fucked it up.
But there's no going back.
There was no going back.
Not at all.
Even traveling there, like on our Spirit Airlines, you can't bring anything. So I had my socks were over the lenses, not to protect them, but that's how I was able to bring socks.
Yeah. Most of my bag was camera gear.
Yeah.
And it was socks and underwear and 2 rolled up shirts at the top. And that was it. It was a very hard case on my back. But it was,
Yeah.
We took what we needed.
It was definitely a thing.
We definitely had exactly everything we needed to assimilate into Salt Lake City culture.
Which isn't much. You don't even...
so we had talked, because I don't know if it was you or me that we messaged Sleep Cult, and they were talking with us. And we went to their show, and it was dope. We were there also to see another band that they were playing with. Kyle didn't like them and wanted to leave because I remember I distinctly remember you looking at me and going, "We should just fucking go." I was like, dude, there's still 3 other bands that we're here to see. But Sleep Cult guys were super dope.
Sleep Cult was awesome. Okay, there was another band that I fell asleep standing up, which I have never done before at a concert.
Definitely wasn't alcohol involved.
It was definitely no. There was 2 drinks involved. That was just pure
Yeah. To be fair, there's not a lot of high alcohol content. In Salt Lake City. So
yeah, no, that was
another thing I learned.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we learned that pretty fast.
Yeah, where are the fucking Twisted Teas, man? That's all I wanted.
There are trucks of Twisted Teas driving around. Where are you hiding them?
But yeah, so Sleep Cult was cool. They were really nice guys. We told them that we were shooting this thing, and they were interested. But they're one of those bands that are 24-hour on the road.
And just learning about the scene itself, I think that's probably why they don't have as much of a following. They don't have as much of a drive's not the right word, but the scene is young in Salt Lake City. It's probably less than 10 years they've had venues and moshing and anything of that nature. So you're kind of coming into not something established like Boston or California.
Yeah.
Where it's been around for 50 years almost.
It's also funny that they'll be one of our our guitarist or our bassist isn't available because he's also the guitarist and bassist of some other band. So it seemed like everyone knows everyone because they've all been in bands with each other, and the ones that are succeeding, they just find they keep pairing up in different ways until they succeed, it seems like. Which is kind of fucking cool, because like
cool,
all of your friends are all the musicians.
Yeah.
But that's what made it so fucking hard to like film, because it's like, oh no, he's on tour with them, and then they're playing a show tomorrow in Idaho. So
it's not for lack of them playing shows.
No.
There's lots of shows
There's
happening
a
in
lot
Salt Lake
of
City.
shows. In fact, when we were leaving, we saw a band that we wanted to come back for. Wasn't there? There was
there's a
someone
couple,
coming
yeah.
back. And we were like, oh, we got to go back to Salt Lake again.
Because even just looking at the Spotify, you click on any of them and it just says, things that sound like or similar to, and you start clicking on them. It's all, like you said, it's all the same people. And you're like, oh,
all
okay.
the same people.
just kind of moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But going back to like shooting it in 2 days, because we did do like 5 days, or like 5 hours one day, 5 hours the next day or whatever. The second day is when it was all snowy. That looked really cool.
Hell yeah.
Got the like under the bridge shot, which Ian was very like, if we could find a bridge, that would be great. And we were just in the hotel room on Google Maps, just looking like, I think there's a bridge.
This seems like a bridge.
Yeah. next to where they filmed The Sandlot, there's a bridge right here, and it was the perfect bridge, just gross enough.
I was passed out. I don't remember that because that was the day after Sleep Cult, so I had partied so hard.
Yeah, there was a lot of Google search of like Google Mapsing of like locations before we went.
I was real tired of moshing with those 5 other people in that mosh pit.
Come on, that one guy said he knew you from way back when.
Yeah,
so he
some
happy
guy
to
was
see
like,
you.
"Hey, how's it going?"
Really?
You
Yeah,
remember that drunk guy?
No.
there was one guy that swears I was his long lost friend. I do remember that
know
guy.
you, bro.
Yeah,
That's weird.
it was weird.
Yeah.
I told you I want to get out of here.
It's more amazing though how much of this was predicated on it snowing. Like
Yeah.
the entirety of the idea for this was me being like, God, it says it's supposed to be snowing. We'll see if it actually does. And I mean, God willing,
Yeah, it
several
really did.
times. So
Yeah.
that
Like-
worked out.
Because we wouldn't have been able to do any of the like sliding down the snow, smashing the snowman.
Yeah.
Like any of the just nice looking shots with the snow coming down like sideways. Because
Yeah.
other than that, it's just a guy in a bed sheet running around.
This guy in a bed sheet running
Which is-
around.
Yeah.
But again, snow is something you can't get production design wise in Los Angeles.
Yeah, you'll never find it unless you go way north.
So even yes, if the shots themselves might have been simple, the snow lends itself to being a little more interesting on
Yeah.
camera.
And Kyle lost his keys in the snow. So if anyone in Salt Lake City,
Yeah, if you find my keys, I guess you can have them now. It's too late, but
come to California and steal his car.
you can sell them
There you
for
go.
$650. That's how much they were
Back
to replace.
Kyle.
Oh man,
Plus shipping.
and plus shipping. Yes, please.
So Kyle just being running around. Actually, no, we weren't even shooting when he lost his keys.
No, we weren't.
He was just doing we were
I was
eating
just
lunch,
doing a snow
and he
angel.
was doing a snow angel and just lost
I
his
just
fucking
eaten
keys.
like a Salt Lake City roast beef sandwich. Oh man, it was so good. I was feeling cocky, and so I was like, "Snow Angel right now." And when I got back up, I was a little bit lighter and just didn't realize it.
No, you didn't notice it till we were in the airport, like about to get on the plane.
And where are my keys?
Yeah.
Hey man, you know those things I need to get into my house? Where are those?
I think the more interesting part of it, and I didn't have to do this, you did, was go through their whole catalog in a day.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Have to discover them, talk to them, and then learn all their music and see like what actually fits with the vision we're trying to do.
Yeah.
It's easy because their songs are short, and I think they have like one album and a couple other like singles. So it wasn't too hard. I also I liked their music, so it was an
That's
enjoyable listen.
It really is.
But that one was just my favorite. It was like that one or another song. I don't remember the other one.
I think you showed me 2 of them, but
Brain was the shorter song, so that's the one we went with.
But I mean, the whole topic was just high energy, so I mean, it wasn't too hard, I don't think, to pick a song. You just needed to find one that matches the tone of what we're trying to portray, which was running and jumping and body slamming snowmen and drinking under a bridge and twerking in front of what was it, the Capitol?
City Hall or whatever.
That
Yeah.
was so funny.
Yeah, I mean, we were really feeling cocky because normally in LA it's pretty hard to shoot guerrilla, but in Salt Lake City, no one cares. Like we were walking around City Hall with me and a ghost outfit. I didn't really take it off ever. I was just walking around in the ghost outfit, and they're walking around with the camera, and no one said anything.
There was like one security guard that one where you're like twerking and I'm like going around you.
Yeah.
Like there was. Oh no, you were just like spinning.
That was the spinning one.
Yeah. There was like a security guard like way down, but he clearly did not care.
Yeah, and that was unrelated because someone had just pooed in front of their library, and there was just shit on the ground in front of the library. So we think, it was shit on the floor.
It was busy.
I think that's more what the security was there for, not really for us.
Not for a simple ghost boy.
Yeah, no, they're just like, oh, that's just normal.
The only caveat, though, at least for pulling focus in all these high energy environments, is just trying to keep your marks and keep shit in focus while doing everything at the moment.
Yeah.
And deciding all the shots at the moment. So there's really no there's no real practice of anything.
There's no
just
prep.
go. Everything was just go.
Yeah.
I mean, weren't you wireless?
Yep. I am.
Pulling? Yeah.
But still, I mean, you
With
just
no monitor too. This guy's a G.
in some cases running along with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And might I say, building a snowman was harder than I thought it might be. That's all.
Yeah.
I
it
come
really
from
was.
New England. I thought I
small.
should know.
And landing on the snowman is harder than I thought it would be because, man, you think snow soft because you're walking in it all day, but as soon as you land on it, it's like, blah, it's like concrete. And that one hurt. I was feeling it after that one.
There's a behind the scenes video on like both of our Instagrams. So if anyone wants to go to either buy tacos from me or Javi Ben Media, there is a like behind the scenes video that includes Kyle jumping onto the snowman.
Oh, it's like 3 times.
And he says, "Get some, bitch," and then he lands on the snowman.
Say get some. You gotta be in character.
Even though there was no audio recorded, but that's the point.
Oh, man.
He's
Yeah.
dedicated to his craft.
I am. You gotta be in character, I tell you.
But I think like we basically used almost every shot that we shot. There was like the very first shot where it was in front of like the zoo, that first like parking lot that we stopped at. There was like a couple shots we did there that we didn't use because it was you just like running and then stopping and looking at the camera.
Yeah.
And there was like no place for that.
Yeah.
But pretty much everything else we shot, we used.
Well, I like the hill better anyway. We found that hill. It's right next to the zoo, believe it or not. But that hill, me running in the snow, that was I think that was the best find, honestly, because that we got some really good footage that day.
That's the only location that I knew because I'd been to Salt Lake City once before.
Yeah.
And that's the only location that I was like, you could see the town like, from that spot. So that was like, start there and then work our way into the city.
Yeah. And then just below that was me sliding on the sled. And that was not a sled.
That's right.
That was a kiddie pool that we just drove by, and I was like, oh, sled, But then when I got closer, it was a kiddie pool, and they were standing over by the car because they didn't want to touch it, and probably rightfully so. There was some questionable liquid inside. But I just came running over. Hey, look what I got. And they were like, all right, we're sledding.
Sledding is energy.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of that, Kyle, is just like blind behind the glasses.
Oh, yeah, I had no idea. I was just jumping onto a sled without being able to see anything is terrifying. You wouldn't know it, but it's terrifying.
There was an old man and his dog who watched, and they had a good time watching.
They did. They enjoyed it.
Because there was like somebody had thrown like a bag with like an old sandwich. I remember you like gliding over it, and it sprayed out.
Yum.
Because it was really gross. And then that guy's dog like went and got a piece.
Oh,
and
that's
we were
right.
like, hey, your dog's eating like some weird sandwich. And he's just like, eh.
Yeah. No cares.
That was it.
Don't have to feed him tonight. But I'm not even positive, but I don't think we used any of the same shots ever again. They're all just they're all their individuals.
There was one more we didn't use. I was supposed to be like going away, and I was walking down the mountain. It was right after we were doing the running shot.
So yeah, that was like you going back into
the nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we didn't use that one. And then the one where we shook the tree because we needed snow and we were worried we weren't going to get it. So we shook a tree to get snow, and it didn't make the cut. No.
Yeah. But overall, I like how it came out.
Yeah, I thought it was
energy
great.
stuff. Ian got to be in the video twice.
Yeah. Yeah, I carjacked this fool.
That's right.
We had to switch jackets so that you looked different from when you were under the bridge.
Yeah.
So
I think it was the same day.
ideally it would have been like one of the band members in there.
Yeah.
Like that would have been cool to be like a couple of them under the bridge and then like one of them getting carjacked. Like that would have been perfect.
That would have been, yeah.
I mean, I'm always happy to be a bridge troll, but drawing from my childhood.
Yeah. We got the shotgun beers underneath the bridge, and Ian just acted like it was a normal Tuesday. It was great.
Favorite shot of the video?
The alleyway. That's my favorite.
I'd have to say me pissing and then running away. I think that's my favorite.
So literally right at the beginning.
The beginning shot was my favorite. Well, it was also the first day it snowed on us, so we were pretty happy. It was pretty cool looking.
I like the look of the alleyways. I mean, you get certain light. I mean, I don't know what the right word is. Cities buy different color lights. And in LA, they look a certain way. But when you're in Salt Lake City, they have like this, I don't know, golden glow to them. Yeah. And it just sort of, you don't have to set up much, and it already looks like a dirty alley, and it doesn't have homeless people, so it's not Los Angeles, so that's nice.
Yeah, it was.
And it just came together. It was just one of the prettier shots, I think.
And besides the pretty, I just liked it because this absurdity of a ghost peeing and then being scared was seen peeing. I really like that. It's pretty funny.
If you're trying to intellectualize the video, there is no thought behind.
There was none. So it's
no logic.
Accidental intellectual.
It's just Javi shouting Vince McMahon walk it.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. The whole intro, I was just like, you know how Vince McMahon just always walks down? I want that.
Yeah, if it looks like I'm walking like this a lot, it's because I was being directed to.
That was your motivation. What's your favorite shot?
Yeah,
I really like how those beginning shots look. If I had to pick a different one, it would be the shot where he gets up and starts running. Just that running shot, because I was like, that's the only... I envisioned in my head the opening sequence of the movie Super by James Gunn, where it's Rainn Wilson's character, but it's like a cartoon. But when he's running, like his hands go like really far towards the camera, and that's what I was envisioning the whole time for that shot. So other than like the idea of the ghost boy, that's the one shot I knew I wanted to get. So that one is my favorite for that reason.
Cool. I would say too the other one that I got two favorites. The other one is
you get one, mother.
Wow,
no,
I have
Christ.
two.
Fucking one. And that's the end of the podcast.
No.
Back to the studio.
No, the other one was the shopping cart one, because that was a childhood dream of mine. I've never stood up in a shopping cart while it's moving, and so I got to do that while not being able to see anything. That was kind of fun, actually.
That's why he falls.
And that's why I fell. Yeah.
Shout out to Walmart for having no security.
Yeah, thank you, Walmart. Super cool.
Shout out to all those birds that were there just waiting to fly away when Kyle hit the floor.
That wasn't planned. I just hit the floor.
You were supposed to just run through.
I was just supposed to run through them, but I remember falling and getting up and being like, I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. I tripped. And they were being like, it's fine. It worked better.
It's very, very pretty wide.
Yeah.
That's one of the benefits of having your face covered is the whole time you were talking, but you can't tell.
Yeah, you really can't.
So that works out. Because even in the shot, like when you're by the river and it like zooms in on your face, the whole time you're just fixing your glasses underneath and you didn't know I was shooting.
Yeah.
Because you, one, can't see me.
Yeah.
And two, were like fixing it so you could.
Oh, those glasses. Oh,
they're covered in snow too. If you look at that shot,
oh my God,
you literally, even if you put them on right, they're just covered in snow.
It was so bad. That was the most annoying thing about that costume was those glasses. We had little clips that were clipped into the thing, and they kept falling out. And like we're doing some very strenuous stuff. So after every take, I'm like, hold on, and I'm like fixing the glasses and clipping them, and I'd clip my hair into them and be like, oh God, you know.
Oh yeah, there's in like the behind the scenes video that we posted. There's like when you're putting it on Kyle, you're like, my ear, and you're like, you got 2 ears. Because you clipped his ear.
It was rough. I really remember those clips.
It's all side effects of keeping the budget under $20.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
Borrowing locations, borrowing scissors, using the rental car.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Anything and everything at our disposal.
I think we really realized what we could accomplish after that. We were like, this is pretty not bad, actually. I'd love to do another thing in snow. It was kind of really fun. And not as cold as you'd think, which is kind of weird. I guess the snow insulates.
You're under a giant
I'm under
tent.
That was wet. Soaking wet. And we never washed it, by the way. That thing.
We threw it away walking into the airport.
Oh, that's right.
We threw it away in a trash can at the airport.
We had to because it had molded and it wouldn't.
Oh, it froze.
It froze.
That's
yeah,
right.
It wouldn't open back up. So we were like, well, it's dead.
I forgot about that.
There's no saving this. So we just threw it away.
Yeah. All I have to say is I like the idea of assimilating into a culture to go shoot a video. It's something I haven't really previously done. I mean, in other film work, yeah, but it was interesting to go to the local shows, to meet all the local people, and then just kind of try to figure it out from there. So, in terms of Avelo and Spirit Airlines and everybody who flies real cheap, it was nice to be able to go to some places for basically nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so before we go, one last question. Kyle, who are you listening to right now?
Angel Maker. And on the way here, I was listening to Landmarks, and they're fun. I really like Landmarks. And that's kind of, I kind of go through the entire discography. So it's taking me a while to get through Landmarks and Knock Loose. They got a lot to get through. So yeah, I've been doing that. Angel Maker, Knock Loose, Landmarks. I've been digging that kind of vibe. Oh, and I saw the CU Space Cowboy. I saw their new album recently, and that's good.
Saw the album.
I saw the album, and then I heard it.
Listen to the album.
Yeah, no, just looking at it, it's good enough. It's got 2 hot girls on the front. It's perfect.
All right, Ian.
I mean, truthfully, I've been in a weird place. I've been listening to nothing but 40s music and smooth jazz. But to stay on topic, the new band I've actually found is a band called Warbear, and they're out of Australia. Some pretty generically fun hardcore, but they're made up of other band members out of Australian bands. So.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of Foreign Hands. I just saw them play at a place in LA.
You lucky son of a
bitch.
bitch.
No one cares. No one cares.
Literally like 5 paces in and you're front of the stage. Smallest venue I've ever been to. And it's fucking great. And like Roses, just because we're going to see them soon. So I've been listening to a lot of that. That's it.
That's it.
Not sponsored by Red Bull, but could be.
Would love to be.
Anyway, so that was our interview with Kyle about the Sleep Cult thing. We didn't get Sleep Cult because they didn't have a lot of involvement in this. They just kind of agreed to the idea. But
bunch of great guys.
Yeah, super nice guys. Very open to working with us again based on my conversation with the singer. But we wanted to bring Kyle because he was the only person in front of the camera, basically.
the real talent. Besides the music.
That's it. Fuck you.
Love you.